shoot my shot like Michael. Jordan to the top and right go. I go.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Samix Plays here, and today I wanted to showcase that you don't have to have the best gear in the game to take on these invasion dungeons. I've noticed a lot of people in the community lately, there's been some back and forth over how you need to have the best gear in the game, such as like a max enduring legacy or a max descendant build to be able to clear the invasion content. So I wanted to do a video kind of showing a budget build that you could do to get through the content. So today we're going to be clearing the invasion dungeon with just a Tamer. I did not reroll this to have the best stats. I mean, as you can see here, it's just kind of what it came with. But if you did want to reroll it to get a little bit extra stats, you absolutely could do that, but I did want to show the build. So this is all we're going to be using. I did throw an energy activator in here at the beginning of the game because the Tamer had a lot of hype around it at launch, so I threw an energy activator in there. I catalyst once and then I never actually finished it, so I figured I'd do a video on it and showcase it. So this is all we're going to be using to clear the content today. It's just pretty basic. The star of the show here is going to be sharp precision shot because it's going to give us a lot of damage output. If you wanted to and you don't like the idea of holding down your trigger and then immediately losing your stacks, you could also throw on mental focus right here. However, I prefer SPS unless I'm using Glade, then I would slot in mental focus, but however you want to do it, it's up to you. Whichever one of these two mods you prefer, they're both really good, so you can kind of just do whatever. So this is just going to be with one catalyst and one energy activator, and I threw in some double mag slots so that way we can build up our stacks. And of course we have the rifling reinforcement and fire rate up just for the extra damage, and as well as action and reaction. For the reactor, I didn't bother switching to a purple reactor because I'm just lazy. I just kept my piercing light reactor on here. It's not a big deal. I mean, if you want to be a little bit more optimal, you could throw on like a, I don't think I have one, but you could throw on like a purple reactor, which boosts your weapon damage. I don't have one right now, so, but if you had one, you would want to throw it on so you could boost your spells. But yeah, you're gonna need some good external components for sure. So like I have a double max HP here, another max HP, and then we have a double defense roll here as well as another max HP. So yeah, we're gonna be doing it with 24k defense, which is like way more than enough, but we also have 11k HP. If you did want to take out a little bit of defense for some more HP, you absolutely could. It's completely up to you, but I'm just trying to showcase that you don't need the best gear in the game to take on these dungeons. For our Descendant mods, this is what we are going to be using. So the only thing we have here that's catalyst is the mid-air maneuvering. I turned the catalyst slots off just so I can be a little bit more budget friendly to where maybe if you're not that far in the game. So we have mid-air maneuvering catalyst, however, you don't actually need this. See, if I take it off, we still have enough capacity to run the build. However, I prefer running mid-air maneuvering. I do have high voltage. If you do not have this yet, you could slot this out with electric condense. I believe this one is way easier to obtain than high voltage, since high voltage is going to be from Hard Pyromaniac. So if you are not there yet and you have not been able to successfully get it, you could either combine Transcendent mods and or you could just slot it out for electric condense. High voltage is really only there so we can clear the packs, and then we're going to kill the boss with a Tamer. So just use one of these two mods, whichever one you have. If you do have high voltage, you want to throw that on for sure, because it's just like a really good mod. It's going to give us a lot more damage, right? But electric condense is also really good because if they like run to you and stack up on you, you can just do like an explosion that's going to kill them all. So it's kind of up to you, whichever you prefer. The only thing we're going to be using here is 2 survivability mods, increase HP, increase defense, and then we're going to use 2 damage mods. So focus on electric and focus on singular. Now, if you did have some catalyzed slots, you would ideally want to throw on like some increased range or some more survivability. I mean, however you want to do it, but this is just to kind of do it with the bare bones. So let's go ahead and get into it here. All right, so today we're going to be doing the Agna Desert one. I'm going to go to this one and the Asylum. We'll go ahead and enter it up and we will just clear it on a budget build. All right, let's go. So we're gonna match the symbols. Pillar is in the third slot, so we're looking for a pillar with 3 dots. That does have one, so let's check the other ones just to make sure. Maybe we can get away with 1 symbol. We can. It is the first one. So we're gonna go grab this. Here it is. So let's grab this. And we're just gonna run to the door and we're gonna shoot the door. I'm gonna pick that health thing up. All right, and then just shoot the door. You can shoot it like concurrently. I don't know if that's the correct word, but you guys get the idea. You don't have to wait for the bar to fill up. Then we're just gonna repeat it for trident. Let's see. That has 3 dots trident, so it's not that one. And that's 4 trident. Let's look at the other one just to make sure. Yep, it's the second one. All right, so let's go grab this. And there we go. Pick the gun up. Run to the wall. And shoot the wall. Then we're just gonna run over here and do the same thing. A big tip I would recommend is try felling a few times to see where the drones like pat. Try and learn where they pat, that way you can just quickly check them. So this one's Trident 2. Yo man, can you chill out? Trident 2, that's Trident 4. Trident 2, yep, that has it. Let's see, and yeah, it's the second one. Okay, so it's right here. So far, super easy. We're not doing anything crazy, and we haven't even used our gun yet. We're just using Bunny to clear the mobs with her 3 ability while we're shooting the pillars with our Tamer. Oh, did I miss a shot there or something? Usually it breaks too. I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, so 2 backwards C. So this one has a backwards C right there, but let's go look at the first one just to make sure. Alright, so it is that one up here. 2 backwards C. There we go. Grab that. And pick the gun up, and we go run over to the door once again. Shoot the door. Yo. Alright, there we go. Then we're gonna run to the boss room. We're gonna repeat the process one more time, and we might have to do 2 phases of the boss, but we have a few minutes to deal with it. So as long as I do this part pretty quickly, we should be okay. So let's see here. 3 backwards mushroom. Okay, that one does have it, but we always want to check the other drones just in case. So that one does not have it. Yeah, so it's gonna be the first one. So let's go grab that. And we're just gonna pop this and shoot the boss. Alright, pick this up. Shoot her 3 times. Oh, I missed. There we go. And then, damn it. Alright, there we go. And then we just aim for her head. And use your 3 ability, even though we're not moving around too much, it does give you a little bit of extra damage. And we'll keep going here. And there we go. So we cleared that in 4 minutes and 59 seconds. That is just with a Tamer with 1 catalyst in it. So literally, it has 1 energy activator and 1 catalyst. The Descendant mods are just a little bit of damage and high voltage. So while a max DL is going to be better, like for obvious reasons, if you have a max DL, you're just going to be able to nuke the boss way faster. However, it is not needed. You don't have to have the best build in the game to fight these guys. You just have to have some decent external components. So like double max HP, another max HP, a double defense roll, and then some max HP, right? As long as you have a little bit of survivability, and then you have a gun. This one's at 409,000, so really the star here is sharp precision shot because it gives me so much damage output. But you guys get the idea. You don't have to be max invested to clear these things, like, at all. Now, I'm not saying it's not hard. It for sure is a lot to keep up with. But for the people saying that you have to have like max in-game builds, it's just absolutely not true. It just makes it easier. But seriously, like, just throw on a Tamer, throw on a Catalyst. Even if you want to make it better, you could throw on a few Catalysts and then slot in another mod there and it'll make it easier. But just make sure you have enough room for sharp precision shot, because that's really going to be like a majority of your damage, right? I mean, if we look over this, it's going to be 4% fire rate and then 6% attack every 0.5 seconds up to 10 times. So that is going to be a significant boost in damage. You just have to make sure not to let go of the trigger. If it is a little bit harder for you to not be able to move while you're holding your trigger, you could also just slot this out for mental focus, and it's kind of more forgiving because you can stop moving for 2 seconds and basically it'll let you like maintain those buffs, right? From the stacks, like it won't just immediately fall off like sharp precision shot. So it's preference, it's up to you. SPS is going to be more damage in the early, whereas mental focus, you know, it's just going to stack up like to 150 stacks or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of up to you and your playstyle of which one of these two mods you want to run, but you at least want to be running one of them, because the whole idea is you take a big mag sized gun and then you slot on one of these two mods to just perma hold down the trigger, and you're getting like a lot of damage. So for the reactor, I did not even have a, like, I didn't even put on a purple reactor to boost my ability damage. I am lazy. I just left on what I was using before this, but you guys get the idea. I know these boys, I know these dungeons are hard. I'm not saying that it's going to be extremely easy. This is just showing it's possible to get it done, okay? Like, it's not, I'm not saying that if you're having a hard time, you're like bad at the game or something. Like, I'm absolutely not saying that, but I just do not like when people say like, oh, you were only able to do this because you have this. You were only able to get success because you did this thing. It's just not true. Like, you don't have to have max in-game gear. Does it help? Hell yeah, it helps. But I mean, you don't need it, you know? Anyways, I could talk about this for half an hour, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the build. Anyways, that's all I wanted to show you guys, that if you're struggling, just throw on the Tamer, Catalyst at once, put on an energy activator. I know a lot of people like built up the Tamer because when this game first launched, everybody was like, oh, the Tamer's the best gun in the game. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure like it had a lot of hype around it, so everybody should have the Tamer, and if you have it built up, that's even better. But even if you don't, like, as I said, it's just one catalyst, so you can get there pretty quickly. If you want to throw an energy activator on this, keep in mind if you are planning to go for something like Enduring Legacy in the future and you like fully catalyst this, the max Enduring Legacy is going to be way better, obviously, because the unique ability, as well as, you know, it's just the legendary gun is going to be better. Before you dump all your resources in the Tamer, just be sure that this is something you would want to do comparatively to go and farming, you know, Enduring Legacy if you don't want to do that or whatnot. But anyways, guys, I don't want to turn this into a 30-minute long video. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. I hope this video was able to help someone. I appreciate you guys. I am Samix Plays. Y'all take care. Peace.